All right, so how do you keep score and tichu? There's, again, a couple of ways you can get some bonus points or minus points in tichu. That's even beyond the scoring. If somebody calls a grand tichu, remember that's after you get 8 cards. You don't even know your last 6 cards are, and you call grand tichu, you're saying I'm going to go out first, and you actually do go out first. You and your partner get a bonus of 200 points. Now, if you don't go out first, you and your partner, both of you, get minus 200 points. Now, there's also tichu, where you can call tichu anytime before you play your first card. Remember, it's not necessarily at the beginning of the game. It could be, but not necessarily. It's anytime before you play your first card, or as you play your first card, you can call tichu, or anytime before that. So if you call tichu, that's bonus of 100 points if you go out first. And a minus 100 points for you and your partner if you don't go out first. So remember, it's the person who calls tichu. It's not you or your partner that has to go out. It's the person who calls tichu says, I'm going to go out first. So that's 200-point bonus or a 100-point bonus, or minus 200 or minus 100 points. And then there's another great way. It's a great way about the partnership part. If you and your partner run out of your cards, both of you run out of your cards before or while your other 2 players, the other partnership, still both have cards in their hands, so you and your partner go out first and second, then you get 200 points, the other team gets 0, minus or whatever with all the bonuses, 200 points, the other people get 0, and that's it. You don't count any other card points or anything. You just get 200 points. The other team gets 0. Now, let's say I called tichu, went out first, and we went out first and second. We would get 300 points. 200 points for going out first and second, and then a 100-point bonus for me calling tichu and going out first. So that's a couple of ways to score. Now, if that doesn't happen, you don't go out first and second. Let's say I go out first. This person over here goes out second, and then these 2 people are still playing, and my partner goes out third, and this person goes out last. So because they go out last, they still have cards in their hand. Let's say this person still had these 4 cards still left in their hand. This is how we would count the points. Whoever goes out first gets, or whoever goes out first gets the tricks that are won by the person going out last. So let's say these were the tricks that this person won. I would then get all of those tricks, and I put them in front of me and count them as points. The other team gets the cards that's in the person's hand. So in this case, it'd be going to the same pair. But let's say let's say this guy's partner went out first and he went out last. Well, then his partner that keeps on the same team, gets the tricks, and then these cards go with the other team. So whoever goes out first gets the last person's tricks, and the other team gets the person's cards that are left in their hand. So, if that makes sense. In this case, let's just say ABRs. So, then you count up points. Now, points are basically this. You have, the only cards that count as points are 5s, 10s, kings, phoenix, a dragon. Those are the only cards that count for any kind of points. 5s are worth 5 points. 10s and kings are worth 10 points. And then a phoenix, if I have that, and this is, by the way, it's a partnership game, so I would combine all of our cards here. The phoenix is minus 25 points, and then the dragon is plus 25 points. Remember, that trick has to be given away, but you could get it back if you went out first, and you actually gave it to the person who went out last, and so you can get it back. So 5 points, 10 points, minus 25 points. It's a great card to have because it's wild, but it's minus 25 points. Plus 25 points. Again, great card to have, but you have to give it away, and hopefully you get it back at the end. So let's just say that me and my partner got these cards. These were all his tricks and my tricks. So I'm going to go through it, and I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, minus 25, so 70, 60, 50, 45. We would have 45 points, which would mean the other team has 55 points. It always adds up to 100. Whatever it is, always adds up to 100. So now what's funny is that this team actually could have 125 points, and they could have minus 25 because they could just have the Phoenix maybe, and we have the Dragon, which is that's the most disparity that you would have between the points. But in this case, we would have 45 points. So only one team even has to count the points. The team would have 55. We'd write it down. Again, we count up all the bonuses. Did anybody call Grand Tichu and get it or not get it? Did anybody call Tichu, get it or not get it? And again, if somebody goes out first and second, you and your partner go out first and second. It's just plain 200 points plus or minus the bonuses of Tichu or Grand Tichu, and the other team gets 0. So that's the basic way that you count points.